Alright, something is seriously going in Dead Rails. I've spent hours going through random builds, leaks, and weird spin-offs, and I found stuffs that doesn't belong. Stuffs that looks like it came straight from a secret dev build. What I'm about to show you includes a massive Jade Bar, a mysterious lever door, autopilot trains, and even a red bar no one has ever explained. So sit back, because if you make it to the end of this video, I promise, you'll start to question everything you have ever known about Dead Rails. Let's start with this. A massive, dull green bar. Looks like jade, maybe metal.
It's way too big to be a normal item. I found this in a lookalike game buried deep in an area that resembles the inside of a high-tech cargo hold. Now, why is this important? Because jade doesn't exist anywhere in Dead Rails, but it looks valuable, like it's meant to be picked up, maybe stored, or even spent. What if this jade bar is the second currency being introduced? Think of it like bonds, but rarer. Maybe it only spawns after 50,000 meters. You collect these to unlock, say, advanced upgrades, like permanent storage on the train, or even relic technology like the turbine we're about to talk about. Or maybe it's a gate key. Imagine needing 5 of these to activate the door at 80,000 meters. Here's the theory. Every major biome past 50K will hide one jade bar. Once you collect all of them, it unlocks the truth. Something the devs don't want you to reach yet.
Now this is where it gets crazy. This door, massive, mechanical, rusted, and with a working lever beside it. It looks like something from a boss arena, but there's no enemy, just silence. But I started piecing this together. This could be the 80,000 meter wall people have talked about. A checkpoint, a locked region, the true beginning. Now imagine this. You and your train reach 80K. You think that's the end, but suddenly the train slows down. You step out, walk into the fog, and there it is, this door. But it doesn't open. You need to activate the lever, but guess what? You need 5 jade bars to power it, maybe even a turbine. And beyond this door, an entire underground facility, or a dead zone with rogue trains. Maybe even an old faction base with working computers that explain the story. This isn't just a door. This could be a soft reset of the game where Phase 2 begins. Permanent death. Real survival mechanics, maybe even PvE bosses. Now this honestly blew my mind. I found this giant turbine for sale inside the general store. It's not just decoration. There's a price tag on it. That means it's interactive. But what for? Theory 1, this is a train engine upgrade. Maybe it lets the train move faster at higher altitudes, or through radiation zones past 80K. Maybe you install it on the train's back and it powers secondary systems. Theory 2, it's part of a new crafting or base system. You collect scrap, bonds, and jade, and use them to power turbines that open doors, restore maps, or even defend your train from enemies at night. Most likely, it's the power source you need to activate the 80K lever. That's why it's hidden. They don't want players to know yet. It's being tested in alt builds first. Autopilot Train. The train gains control. This might be the most haunting one. A train moving all by itself. No one driving, no camera movement, just slowly chugging forward. Autopilot, but why? Here's my theory. Once you reach certain story points, maybe 75,000 meters, the train begins to act on its own. It knows where it's going. You can no longer control it fully. You might get locked out of controls. It might bypass normal paths, or worse, it could be leading you into a trap. What if the train was never meant to help you escape, but to deliver you to something else? The red bar, sanity or corruption. This little red bar has been spotted in a few test builds, and no, it's not your health. It appears separately. Some people thought it was a fuel bar, others guessed it was a second wind meter, but here's my take. A, this is a sanity meter. Think about it. As you go deeper into the fog, you start seeing shadows, hearing whispers, hallucinating enemies that aren't real. It's psychological horror now. If your sanity bar fills up, you start to lose control. You might even attack allies, or unlock a corrupted version of your class. Could this tie into a future corrupted class system? Imagine Vampire getting an uncontrollable bloodlust mode, or Doctor turning into a plague doctor that poisons teammates. New challenges, the update that tells a story. Finally, I found new challenges in this test game. These aren't like normal ones. They have cryptic names like Power the Tower, Close the Rift, and Follow the Signal. What if these aren't challenges, but missions in disguise? Weekly unlocks that tell a story, piece by piece, guiding players toward 80K. Maybe the game becomes a community ARG, with players solving real puzzles, digging into files, and slowly unlocking a final cutscene or alternate ending. If all of this is real, Dead Rails is about to become one of the most insane survival horror games on Roblox. And if it's fake, well, the devs better take notes, because we're ready. Let me know in the comments, what do you think the Jade Bar is for? Do you believe in the sanity meter? And have you seen anything strange in your own games? Drop a like, subscribe if you're obsessed with Dead Rails like me, and I'll see you at 80,000 meters.